name is Jose Luis Olorzano. People call me Jose because it's easier, or because the economy is so bad, and they're trying to save on letters as well. So, okay. I was born 3.5 hours away from Mexico City, the state of Michoacan, Mexico, which till this date, there's no water running and no electricity. Okay? The little village was so small that my father decided to make it bigger, so he started having a bunch of kids. Okay? One of my sisters was born in that town because we had moved from a closer little village. We moved to that village. And what happened was that the little daughter was my second sister, so I already had a sister from the other village. And my father decided once he had 2 kids, 2 daughters, a boy, which is me, my mom, to come and conquer the world. He came all the way to Denver, Colorado, from the little village of Mexico. 7 months later, immigration got threw him back to Mexico, shipped him back. So he did a welcome party. He got drunk like he never did before, but he ended up on the floor like always. You know, that's what he did. So that night, he got really upset. He was like he had the devil inside him. He wanted to fight everybody. Around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, my mother got sick of the noise of his friends, threw everybody out. He said, you know what? No woman is going to tell me what to do. He got the shotgun, and he said, I'm going to kill you. Grabbed the shotgun, boom! 7 years old, I got scared. I ran. Thank God that he was so drunk, and he had a bad aim. He missed it. Okay? But I kept on going. She had to do her laundry, so she went to the street, and she did all the clothes. The baby was crying. I ran and said, Mom, the baby's crying. So she was breastfeeding the baby. She breastfed her. After she finished eating, the baby started vomiting, a green stuff, milk, whatever it was. 15 days later, they took it to the nearest town to see the doctor because there was no doctors in the little village. The doctor in that city told her that the baby was going to die. The baby had no cure. And I became an official babysitter at the age of 7. So it was really hard for me to find these things out. But 10 hours later, my sister was laying in the living room at the table dead. It was one of the saddest things in my life, to see my little sister that I used to babysit for almost 8 months, now lying dead. Okay? That didn't stop my father and my mother because time was the cure for everything. 9 months later, they couldn't control their hormones. Another baby was born. So now he said, okay, I got 2 girls again. I got my boy and I got my wife. So he decided to come to Chicago, Illinois. He came to Chicago. 6 months later, before he left to Chicago, he decided to do a getaway party. And he got drunk again. And he hit everybody again. But in Chicago, 6 months later, I guess he was feeling lonely. So he got a second wife. Ooh, isn't that nice? But anyways, his conscience didn't let him process the thing, I guess. So he decided to tell my mom that she needs to come back to Chicago with him and bring the kids. So here I am, Chicago. Here I go, 9 years old. We came to the border, 2,000 miles south of the border of Arizona. 40 hours on the bus. We got here to Arizona, Nogales, Sonora, in Arizona, United States. There, they sent a coyote to get us, which a coyote is the name they give to people who smuggle other people into the country. Okay? There, the coyote got there, and the next day, the same night he talked to us, the next day in the morning he came over, he goes, you know what? I talked to my wife last night, and she said that your father got so drunk last night, and your husband, ma'am, that he got into a fight, and he lost the fight because he got stabbed 7 times, and he's in the hospital dying. I'm not going to be able to take you to Chicago because nobody knows you. Who's going to pay me for my risk? He took off, left us on the border. Little did he knew my mother had no money to go back or to cross this way. So she told the lady, can you please, the lady of the hotel, can you please give me a job? I need to feed my kids. I don't want no money. Just give me food for them and give me a place to stay. So she did. 15 days later, my mother called Chicago to find out my father was buried in Chicago or sent to his family. They told him, he's alive. He's okay. Coincidence or luck? My father, the day that he woke up from his cama, he said, "Where's my family at?" He said, "They're back in Mexico in the border." So he sent the coyote again for us. He got there for us. He goes, "You know what? Tonight we cross on the border." It was a good adventure. We started running through the desert. I was 9 years old. Don't remember what happened exactly. I do remember that I was in a trailer. Then when I woke up, because I was tired and fell asleep, it was Phoenix, Arizona. We got to Phoenix. He goes, "Take a shower." I said, "Shower?" Inside. It was nice. And then he scratched the wall, and the lights popped up. Hey, we don't have that in Mexico. So then, we started the English classes and acting classes. He goes, "Let's start with acting first. First, be straight, look up, feel secure, walk fast." Acting classes. Now English, okay? The flight attendant is going to ask you, "What is your name?" You make sure you answer Jose Luis Solórzano. Second thing they're going to ask you, "What would you like to eat?" Say, "Chicken, please." They're going to ask you what you want to drink. Say, "Coke." And when we go to the airport, make sure you people keep walking like you don't know each other. And do not be looking at the airplanes because you're going to be suspicious and the immigration is going to catch you. So we got to the airport. There was a lady looking like this. I said, "Mom, come on, hurry up. You're going to get caught." It was my mom. That was the lady who was looking at the airplane. We get into the plane. The lady goes, this blonde, beautiful woman comes and she goes, "What would you like to eat?" Or, "What is your name?" I don't know what she said, but I think she said, "What is your name?" And I said, "Chicken, please." She gave me a big smile, and she looked at me. And I don't know what else she said. The only thing I remember, I ate chicken, drank Coke, and I told her my name was Jose Luis Solórzano.
Thank you, Jose.
Thanks.
Makes my little trip of adventure flying out to Wisconsin when I was 8 seem pretty tame by comparison. If you would like to, please prepare some notes and send them over to Jose using the little evaluation forms that are on the tables. Speaker number 2 tonight is Rick Phelps. Rick will be evaluated by Rich Boomslider. Rich, would you be able to share with us what Mr. Phelps' objectives are tonight for his speech?
No.
Oh. Tonight, Rick is going to present something from an advanced manual of some kind. It will be 5 to 7 minutes in length and probably entertaining. The title of his speech tonight is "God, Are You Listening?" which I'm sure reflects back on his 4 years in the Catholic school system where he asked for help. Please welcome up, you know him as well as I do, Mr. Rick Phelps.
I just came back from New York, and I don't want to say New York is crime infested, but the Statue of Liberty had both her